What's going on, everybody? I'm filming this today. This is for a new venture I'm going on and a new journey that I'm taking part of. This is the beginning of a fitness journey that I'm taking, and it's something that I want to do to become a better man and to live life and achieve my goals. And the way I want to get there is to improve myself first. I was recently at the Self-Reliance Festival in Camden, Tennessee, put on by Nicole Sauce and John Willis at SOE Tactical. Nicole Sauce from Living Free in Tennessee. And didn't really know how to kick this off, but I think what I can do is just share some of my story with you guys and where I'm at now and how I got to where I'm at. So probably back in 2014, 2015, I decided that I wanted to do something different with my life. At that point, I was still working a job that did not, align with my values, and I was working in a government contracting job. And I guess for a while I was doing that and convincing myself that, I'm making good money. I'm, working on some hobbies and things on the side. And, I had a house, I bought a house. Just trying to, maybe develop some of the passions I had. I started to get into gardening and permaculture because of what I was seeing going on in the world. And I wanted to be able to have that food security going into the future and learn about, ways that I could become more self-reliant because of the things that I was learning. And I did that job for a while, and come around to about 2018, after some tragedy in my life, I lost my brother to suicide, and that led me down a really negative path. I tried to solve my problems in the bottom of a bottle, and just was in probably the lowest state I'd ever been in my life. And at that low point, I decided, am I gonna let what happened to my brother destroy me, or was I gonna live the best way I could in honor of him, and try to help as many people not get to that point themselves and stay out of that negative, dark space in their life. So at that point, I had made a decision to leave the nice paying job. Was not passionate about it, like I said. It was just something I did for a paycheck, and kind of really despised doing the work at a certain point, and just had a hard time wanting to continue on that path. So I made the decision at that point to change things And in a radical way, I quit my job and started to build this solar off-grid trailer for my dream, which was to, escape society and go and see if I could make it on my own and live off the land and use the resources I had at the time to make it outside the system. And I did that. I took that leap with very little planning ahead of time. I started to work on my land. I had purchased some land with the intention of getting out of the city and starting this journey of living off grid and seeking just more peace in my life, because it felt so hectic. I felt so lost. And I took that leap and went off grid for, I guess I did it for about a year. For about a year, I moved a bunch of, I was living in a camper, doing projects on my property, finished this solar trailer, and I did a little bit of traveling, went to some conferences, and along that way I got to meet a lot of interesting people. I started to blog that journey on Steemit, and started a profile called Making Stuff, because that was one of the things that I found out that I really liked, that really helped bring me some peace and to get me into kind of a flow, was to create things. So I started to do that and was just blogging and writing what I was doing, showing people, like, here are the steps of what this project I'm working on, and putting that out online. And got really into that community for a good while I was on that journey, and kind of essentially just living off of odd projects. Did a little bit of landscaping, helped put up fences, sold solar panels. I thought that I definitely had a passion for that, and for helping people to escape the system as well, or at least be more self-reliant. And so anyway, traveled around for a little while, went to some of these conferences, and just trying to find some solutions from other people. Got a podcast going, and I guess at a certain point I had failed on creating that life, that dream, that vision. I was lone wolfing the situation. Felt really alone, and kind of fell back into a depressive state there. During that time, I took a trip to go hunting with my dad in this area known as the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the UP. All the Upers out there, what's up? And during that trip, a friend of mine reached out, and they had a job opening at this prosthetic and orthotics shop, where they build prosthetics for people with missing limbs and also build braces for kids that have disabilities. And so I started there. I started part-time and started to learn from my trainer. His name's Dimitri, and he was training me. I was watching what he was doing. I was doing a lot of the tasks for him, and began to start to enjoy doing the work after a certain point, and seeing that what we were doing was, helping these kids, that some of them would come in not being able to walk around, and then they get their braces, and now their parents are having to chase after them because they're running away from them because they were not only able to walk, but now they're able to run, which was something I hadn't had the satisfaction of seeing something like that. In the previous work I was doing, it felt like the work I was doing wasn't really making an impact on anything. So I started there, and I've been working there ever since. Probably I think 2020 is when I started, and then COVID hit and everything, and all the lockdowns happened. The business was actually shut down for a little while, and during that time I started to get back to working on the off-grid place for a little bit. And so I guess that kind of brings me to where I am today. I've got a few things going on, but I don't I still have these like negative thoughts and things coming into my head about I'm not worthy of the success, or to get to the next level in my life, to be able to have a family, be the man that I need to be to provide for a family, and to have a place that they can call home, and to live this alternative lifestyle that I so desperately want to live. So this channel is Take the Ride, and this journey is going to be me just documenting to keep accountable to everybody that I am working on becoming the best version of myself as possible through getting my body in order and getting all that right. I got up and said this very thing during the Self-Reliance Festival, and I asked John Willis, how does he combat these negative thoughts, some of these intrusive thoughts that come into your mind. And he looked at me and he said, you're bored, you don't have enough going on. You should be working on yourself and improving yourself, and get so exhausted by the day in your efforts and what you're doing, and improving yourself with your physical body, that you don't have any time for that. So that's what's kicking off this journey of mine. And today I'm starting with taking my lunch hour and doing a brisk walk around where I work, and letting you guys know a little bit about my story and where I'm starting here. Right now, I am about 280 pounds, and I do not have, the level of fitness you can kind of see kind of a bit of a chunkier guy. So so this is where it all begins, and this is my introduction to the channel, and I hope I can maybe inspire some other folks to take that journey themselves along the way. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you watch this, I'll be doing maybe walking talks and just showing some of my workouts, showing my workouts and as daily videos, so that you can see what I'm doing and how I'm progressing. So appreciate all you guys. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time. Later.